Here we go. So we are recording. Okie dokie, the bars. You all have your charts?
Yes.
If you need it. If you don't need it, fine. Yay! So, okay, let's start. So when I run bars on myself, what I do that almost every morning, and it's amazing. I just do obviously one energy pull because I can't pull my own fingers, and my feet is a little tricky too. So I start with just this simple energy pull. So, and that's something, they were interested who hasn't done the bars. And if anybody watches that after who has not done the bars course, everybody can do this simple energy pull. Okay, so you have all done the course, you know where to put the other hand. And for the people who haven't, you just put it on the bump on the back of your head and 3 fingers on the third eye. And then you pull the energy through your feet, through your body, out of your crown. And I do that in my bed, and I prop myself up with 2 pillows. And this is really comfortable because then you don't have to hold your arms. Here we go. Nice. So the next I would do is the implant band. So we'll just stay with the order. And the implant band is very easy too. I'm going to take my glasses off. You do the same as you would do on the table. You just take your hands, go behind the ear, behind the bump, and there you are. And that's very easy too, lying down on some nice pillows, because then you don't have to hold. Yeah, and then you just run it. Easy peasy. So, and that's not something I learned somewhere. That's something I just needed my bars run. And I just was tired to hunting after people to get together, because we all have busy lives and sometimes it's just not possible to find a second person. So I just started experimenting with this. And I had really good results. So the next one, that's money, control, creativity. I do over my head this way. And that's, I wasn't sure in the beginning of this would work, but it works just fine. And here too, I just like, now I don't have to do that anymore. In the beginning, I used my finger to make sure I'm in the right spot, because when you're in your bed, you're not seeing what you're doing. It's more like, you know, and then I just pull up and I have my 2 or 3 fingers in between here. And I do the same on the other side. And that would be money, control, and creativity. In the beginning, I wasn't sure if it would work if I cross my arms, but it works just fine. They run just absolutely fine.
I had to look because I thought it was like the mirror image.
Well, it's a little different when you do it on yourself, but after a while, it's
Yeah.
natural.
No, just like when I learned to do it in the first place, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't all natural at all. Yeah. Okay, cool.
So, and from there, I do exactly the same what I would do on the head. I take this finger and put it here, and I put those underneath, and then I'm on the next one. I'm not sure, were you able to see that? No, so I'm on money, control, creativity, and then I take my ring finger, put it on my index finger and line up the other two. And then I'm on creativity, creating connections, and creating life forms. And even if you have a little bit strain on your shoulders, when you lie down, it's easier. It's easier on your shoulders because you don't have, you have gravity actually helping you. It's not pulling down. You're just lying on your back.
I like the crisscrossing of the hands.
Yeah, I couldn't
when
figure it out any other way.
Yeah.
And it just works, you know?
Yeah, it works beautifully.
Yeah.
Never thought of it.
It just absolutely works. I'm very inventive if I want something.
You
I
are.
really want my bars run. Yeah. And it's like you have somebody on the bed. It's almost like if you have your hands there for a while, you know where the points are. You'll be pulled in, you feel the energy flow. It's getting easier every time you do it. And feel free to experiment. Maybe that crisscrossing doesn't work for you. Maybe for you it's better doing it that way. You know? I just find it easier because you can even turn your fingers. It doesn't matter. If you want to run money, control creativity another way, you could do it this way too. I'm just right now doing the way that is easiest for me, but feel free to play with it. Doesn't really matter. No? So you could do it that way as well. Yeah, and then from there, the aging toaster is easy because it's like right on top of the ears, right? And so you just put your hands up here because it doesn't matter if they're that way or that way. And you could even do it that way. It's okay if that's more comfy for you. Just play with it. Play whatever feels better. Good.
It's working.
It's really strong for me too. Sometimes if I just leave my fingers just above a little bit, it even is strong.
Yes, and that's just play with it. Whatever works best for you, you know? It's no right and wrong. It's just my idea of how I do it, and maybe it inspires you to play with it even more. Yeah, and if you haven't done the bars course and you watch that later, just play with some hand positions and see what makes you feel good, and just breathe and let the energy run. So there is no push and shove. It's just putting your hands on and let it run. So the next one is a little more tricky because I can't do it all in once. Maybe some people can, I can't. So you can either start over the ears with those 2 points here. It's like control again and awareness. Not sure if you can see it. And all the other bars too, you can always make 2 hand positions out of this if it's not comfortable.
Yeah, when I started running bars, I couldn't do that one with all 4 points on
Yeah,
each
and
side.
it doesn't matter. And if I teach kids, I always teach them, you know,
Mhm.
and sometimes you have people with a really big head and you can't reach it, and yeah, just make it fit for you.
Are you holding the bridging bar at the same time?
No, but you could. I do the bridging bar with the next two,
Okay.
but you could if that works for you. If you figure out how, you could do that. Yeah. I find it easier with the next two because then my thumbs fit exactly on the bridging bar. You could even do that one first if you want to do the bridging bar first. You know, you could just go up to like form and structure. Form and structure. Geez, I need contacts or something. You could do form and structure and hopes and dreams. And then you put your thumb on the bridging bar here on top. And as you know, you don't have, it doesn't really matter. You don't have to be exactly on. If you're a little four back, it's okay. Okay. If you have if it's easier for you to use those fingers here and put that on the bridging bar, that's okay too. Play with it. It doesn't really matter.
I need longer fingers.
Yeah, me too. Well, I'm just turning. I'm having like right now the nail on the upper one. And you have energetic fingers, you know
I
that.
know.
So
Yeah, I know.
if you're not exactly on the bridging bar, even if you're further away, your fingers, your energetic fingers will catch it. Okay? And even there, you could only do the bridging bar if you wanted. Do the bridging bar. You could do the bridging bar on one point.
Yeah.
If that's easier. I just have a squirrel on top of my roof here. It's just running over.
You have a metal roof, right?
Pardon me?
You have a metal roof?
Yeah,
Must be noisier.
okay. So you could do that too, and then you do the other point, and you can even run a point twice. It doesn't really matter. You can do this, and then you run those 2 points again, right? And then you go over your ear again. There is no wrong. Just find a way that is comfortable for you.
Mm.
And sometimes if I'm a little late in the morning, I sometimes only run my implant band. Then I just do an energy pull and the implant band. That happens too. You know, if you just have 5 minutes, and you could even do that when you sit on your computer and work. Take a deep breath, run your implant band, energy pull, implant band, and you know, move on. So, and the next one is actually really easy because you just go over the middle of your eye and your thumbs go in the back, and I use like I'm not sure how the finger is called, the second finger. I call it the second finger. I use in my temple.
The major.
The major?
In
Okay.
French, it's le majeur, so I'm assuming it's major.
My cat is just cleaning up here. She just started with my little diffuser. And now she sent off my tingshaws.
Oh, that's so cute.
Cats, right?
Yeah, I can see lying down in bed doing this more comfortable.
It is way more comfortable because you don't need any strength to hold your arms, you know? You just lie down and they're just sitting there. So it's way easier in bed. It's just I didn't want to lie down in bed and have you.
You need a camera on your ceiling.
I thought it might be better or easier if I just like show you. I'm sure you all get the idea.
Yep.
That's all you need, and then you can play with it. You know? Yeah. And the next one, it's like peace and calm and gratitude. That's very easy again, because then I cross my arms again, and I do the same what I would do. I just take those 3 fingers, and I pull back till I'm in those 3 dips here. And I do the same on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Just got stuck on my hair here. Okay.
This one would be really nice laying down.
It is. It's really not that hard, and as more you do it, as easier it gets. Yeah. It's been a lifesaver for me. Sometimes I'm in bed and I'm thinking, I don't think they run as well today when I do that myself. But then I get up and I'm thinking, yes, they do. Sometimes you notice after, you know, your head is like quiet and your tummy starts growling and it's just,
Nice.
Now we have time and space and communication, and that's pretty much the same. We go at the end of the eyebrow, and then you just, this way, you just pull up till you fall in those little, and you could do that this way too. Sometimes I just find it easier that way. That's my squirrel again. Ooh. How we are time-wise? Oh, we're still good. So, and from here, you keep the time and space up here, right? Depending how you had your hands. This one I find a little tricky, but it works. So you're on time and space, and then you can use your thumb for the power band. And I take the index finger to be on the outside of my eye. You know, that's the line. So that would be the restructuring. And it looks really funny when you do it like this, but it doesn't really matter. As long as you're on the points, you're good. So, yeah, and then the circle of manifestation, that's just a beanie. That's pretty easy. Yeah, you can do that either that way or that way. It doesn't really matter, whatever works for you. Yeah, and then the tunnels of time and space, you just pull out and then you just open your crown. And here we go. That's it.
Nice.
Very cool.
Easy peasy.
Thank you so much.
Any questions?
Nope.
No, that's awesome. Thank you so much. That totally
Yeah,
makes
it's pretty simple, you know, and really be assured you can't do it wrong. So if what I told you does not work for you, just adjust it. Well, and what's happening if you get 1 point wrong because of your hand position? It won't kill you. And it's still quite the opposite, you know. It still will do much better than not running your bars.
I never thought of crossing my hands like this. That makes
Well,
it
I
so
tried so
easier.
much, and then all of a sudden I'm thinking, why don't you cross your hands? And then I tried, and they ran easily. So
yeah. I think because we're taught, to not, make
yes,
sure that your legs aren't crossed, your arms are, so it's kind of
Yeah.
counterintuitive, right?
but it's more like the fingers who cut you out when because of our energetic fingers, when we have them this way, then it just stops the energy to run. But this works just perfect.
Yeah, I like it.
Cool. Yay.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Mwah. I love you. I love you.
Thank you.
It's so nice to see you. And yeah, what else is possible, I wonder?
So nice to see all your faces. Stay safe, and
Yes.
everyone.
Bye. Have a great evening.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
And
I know.
I post the recording, okay?
Perfect.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.